Good morning everyone, it's Jeff Higgins and Thomas Hinterdorfer here from Higgins Storm Chasing. It is Saturday the 25th of March 2017. Okay, in this video we will look at Tropical Cyclone formation of Debbie, where it's likely to cross, how strong, the impacts most likely to be felt, and where you can go for very important information. Right, so please stay tuned. This video will go for around about 10 minutes. And it will have a lot of very important information in the current outlooks as well. Okay, this morning, very strong tropical low or slash Tropical Cyclone Debbie Category 1, which we expected to be named very shortly, is 500 kilometres northeast of Bowen, Queensland in the Coral Sea. It is currently slowly tracking very slowly south while intensifying. The system is expected to undergo rapid intensification as it moves southwest towards the Queensland coast in the coming days. Why is it moving south and not towards the west now? Is because it is waiting to be impacted by a high pressure ridge and steering system over central southwest Queensland. The rotation of this system here will then push the cyclone towards the coast. All right, so the longer this system takes to impact and push the system towards the coast, the further south this system will come, the further south it will most likely track and impact the coast. All right. Also, the longer that this system stays out over water, the stronger it will become. Currently forecast to be a Category 4, very destructive, but may go to a Category 5 if it sits out over water a little bit longer. All right, so this image is from Weather Zone. You can see the huge amount of rotation and convection occurring at the moment. Now all this stuff will get pulled into the center of the cyclone and develop a very strong core and eye region. We can just start to see the eye just starting to develop there now on the VisSat from Weather Zone. Let's progress through and have a look at, well, first of all, this update is brought to you by Higgins Storm Chasing Premium Membership. Okay, this is our business now. We don't just do it all for fun, and we have to charge for some of our services, but they are very, very good. We have track maps available with the coastal crossing of this system for Queensland. HigginsStormChasing.com premium membership to access all of that information. It's $27 a year, guys, and very well worth that much money. Okay, let's go over now here to Windy TV. This is EC model. This is showing current Saturday morning circulation in the Coral Sea. You can see there, northeast of Mackay, northeast of Bowen, east-northeast of Townsville. It is starting to wrap up really now and take shape. This is the low-level wind circulation current forecast. Now remember, this is a forecast data model. It's not going to be guaranteed at where it will cross the coast. We've already seen it shift from Ingham to Townsville and then possibly now down as far as Mackay. And this will continue to change on each update. So that's why it's important to keep up with the latest updates, changes and warnings. They're not always set in stone. They're a guide until it gets closer, and then the forecast region will become narrower, the threat. All right. Let's roll on and have a look at Sunday. The system is forecast to undergo rapid intensification. Now this is due to being in a very favourable environment. Sea surface temperatures are like a bathtub out there, and that's what fuels this thing. 30 degrees. Low level wind shear, which means there's no winds coming across the top of it in the mid or upper levels to rip it apart. It will develop a circulation up to 50,000 feet from the ground. This favourable environment is continuing to be forecast through the outlook period right until it impacts the coast. Hence, Category 4, 5 possible if it stays out here longer. That's on Sunday. Now as we approach into early Monday morning, at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, you can see it tracking towards the west-southwest, basically anywhere towards Hamilton Island, Bowen, and then Ayr here, and towards Townsville as well. This is current forecast projection by this model. It is very good. It is a model that picked the system up first and painted a severe category cyclone to hit Queensland some 1 week ago. All right, so this is Monday afternoon, and you can see there it is still continuing to rapidly intensify, even though it is nearing the land. The important thing is to mention is once it interacts with land, it will start to weaken very quickly because ocean is its fuel, not land. All right. So at this stage, this model is forecasting it to impact. Where's that, Thomas? About air.
About air.
Yep. And then it will continue to track on a westerly motion. Now it may wobble. It may wobble down because land interaction tends to make these things wobble as they come in. They're looking for their fuel, and it may wobble down and directly impact Hamilton Island, Bowen, Proserpine. Yep. Early Beach for sure is definitely in this, and also Mackay. Could go further south yet, depending. And further north to Townsville. Now, if it comes in on this westerly track, due westerly track, and it starts to interact with that point there, what do we call it there? Cape Ferguson, to the east of Townsville, the system will undergo some weakening before directly impacting Townsville. So if it comes in as a Cat 4, it may just have time enough to drop to a Category 3 before running over the top of Townsville. All right, but still very destructive and a severe tropical cyclone. There it is there, pretty much bang over Townsville at 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. That's that model. Wind gusts here, obviously a Category 3 is from 164 to 225 for a Category 3. That is wind gusts on a Category 3. Category 4 is 225 to 280. Category 4. Category 5 is 280 and over. So if you see these category maps on our maps or the bombs, you can work out that look, basically anything over 150 is destructive. Anything over 280 you'll want to be hiding underground or in a cyclone shelter. It's not looking good. It could become another Yazi, only hitting higher populated areas. All right. Let's go over here and have a look at the GFS model courtesy of BSCH. This is today, and it's also showing, I'll pull my map up, 4 p.m. this afternoon. You can see the wind streams out there to the northeast of Townsville tightening up to 55 knots there in the low levels. And then as we progress through the maps into 4 a.m. Sunday morning, you can see again the circulation is rapidly consolidating around the eye. It is also intensifying up to 61 knots. You can almost double knots to make it kilometres. So we're looking at 70 knots there on Sunday afternoon. It is starting to track towards the west-southwest. 4 a.m. Monday morning, you can see the purple areas now, 81 knots, 160k, Category 3 to the northeast. Well, it's coming in very, very close here to Hamilton Island, Early Beach on this model. All right. And Mackay could get a lashing. This just shows you the difference. There's not a huge amount of difference between Mackay and Townsville with the two models, but it's showing you where the threat area is currently being forecast. Monday morning, 10 a.m. System is still approaching Early Beach, the Whitsundays, from the east towards the southwest and west. It's still holding around 81 knots as a Category 3 system. Forecast. Remember, it's a forecast. It may change. Okay, 4 p.m. on Monday. The GFS model is putting it to be very, very close to the Whitsundays and Mackay. Okay, as opposed to EC, which was further up here towards Ayr and Townsville. Okay. On Monday night, it has it crossing the Whitsundays as a direct hit. This model does have it slightly weaker as a Category 3 system, whereas EC has it as a Category 4 system. The bomb have it warned as a Category 4, and we have it warned as a Category 4. Not a whole lot of difference. They're both severe, but obviously a Category 4 system impacting the Whitsundays would be absolutely devastating. That is very destructive. Okay, obviously a lot of places are built to withstand it, but it still causes a lot of damage and destruction. It continues to move inland from there, so that's why heavy rain and very strong winds will also impact, especially along the ranges. You'd be looking at destructive winds as well. If we have a look at the rainfall, This is for Tuesday, I think, Monday. You can see that the areas between Mackay and Ingham are in line to receive some very heavy rainfall of 100 to 150. Now this is till 10 p.m. Monday night. The rainfall will start to really kick in as the system nears the coast. If we go out here to Tuesday, we are looking at extremely heavy rainfall wherever the system crosses, say between about Townsville and Mackay. Extremely heavy rainfall with 24-hour daily totals of 400 millimetres, causing severe flash flooding and river flooding. This also does extend inland further to Charters Towers as well as the system tracks in. This would be till Tuesday at 10 p.m. and they are also in for a severe downpour in there as well as this system goes through. I will pop it out to the total 8-day rainfall. This has slightly changed and they will continue to do so. And then we'll talk about emergency management stuff and the risks and hazards which we have currently written up here. That is the next 8-day rainfall. You can see that it has slightly shifted from further out in Western Queensland to be focused through northern parts of eastern Queensland and most of central Queensland, both inland and eastern. Very high rainfall totals here, over 100 mil and up to 400, possibly higher. We could be looking at rainfall totals, what Thomas, on the coast? 6 to 800, there you go, along the coast, near to where the cyclone crosses and just to the south. The cumulative totals before and after, during, when it crosses 6 to 800 millimetres would cause significant flooding, both severe flash flooding and both possibly major river flooding.
Yes.
Because of the catchment area. It's moving in over the catchments inland. It's going to fill all these catchments. They've got to run towards the ocean. So we could be looking at major flooding. There's a couple of sites I'd like to steer your attention towards. QueenslandAlert.com. This site has everything about disasters and alerts. Get ready, stay informed. It has all of the local council information as well. Local councils and disaster managements will become a very important role in where you get your information from. For surge maps, storm surge maps will be through your local disaster management sites and local council sites, not through BOM or Queensland Media or wherever. It will be through these disaster management sites, and you need to find them on the local council sites or Facebook pages. We have them all loaded. We've found them anywhere from Hinchinbrook to Townsville to Burdekin to Mackay and Whitsundays. Got them all. They're all ready to go. We'll start to drop links in. Emergency alerts will come from Disaster Management Queensland. There are none at the moment. Its official emergency alerts will be published here. disaster.queensland.gov.au. Evacuation warnings, storm surge warnings. If dams look like they're going to break and flood somewhere, they will come to this page and be posted here, and we will share them. Disaster Management Queensland, disaster.qld.gov.au. Let's go back over here and have a look, and I'll read out a few other things that I've written on the app. Monday to Tuesday, depending on when the system crosses, severe Tropical Cyclone Debbie Category 4 is forecast to cross the coast between Townsville and Mackay either late Monday night or early Tuesday morning. This system will cause destruction near and where it crosses, along with damage extending up to 300 kilometres from the centre. Due to its size and strength, it poses a significant risk to lives and property, with power and phone failure likely. Road closures also likely. Very destructive winds up to 225 k's an hour in the eye region of the cyclone along the coast from Townsville to Mackay, depending on exactly where it crosses. Destructive winds between 125 and 164 kilometres an hour, extending 200 kilometres out from the cyclone's eye. Damaging winds between 90 and 125 k's, possibly extending out to 300 kilometres from the cyclone's centre. Obviously, this is especially down along the coastal areas to the south, slightly to the north, and inland, as it tracks inland as a Category 2, 1, tropical low. Even a tropical low can produce damaging winds.
Yes.
That
probably severe weather warning for that as well.
Where severe weather warning will be issued as it weakens and heads inland. Not finished yet. Extremely heavy rainfall up to 400 millimetres in 24 hours along the coast and adjacent inland between Townsville and Mackay, causing severe flash flooding and river flooding. Heavy rainfall extending south to Rockhampton and inland to Charters Towers, which may also cause flash flooding. Coastal storm surge of 1 to 2 metres, likely causing low-lying coastal inundation near where the cyclone crosses. That's where your flood maps come into perspective, guys. Your storm surge and flood maps from your local councils. Get onto them now. Have them ready. Know if you're in an area, because these sites may crash. These local disaster management sites will become very heavily loaded, and they've crashed in the past before, and people can't get information. So don't wait. Go there today and have a look and see if you're in a storm surge area. If they issue a storm surge evac warning for various areas from 1 to 2 metres, you should know that you live in that area and you should know that you need to get out. Then these people will tell you where to go. They'll set up evacuation warning centres for you. Information will be there. Guys, you need to be proactive and look for it, along with preparing. Prepare now. Activate your cyclone emergency plan. Have your cyclone emergency kits ready. We will understand that most places along the coast from Mackay to Townsville will probably run out of bread and milk today. It's unfortunate, but there's always spaghetti and beans. You've just got to have food and water for a week, Thomas, yeah?
About a week, yep.
Road infrastructure network and transport logistics may be cut for a week. Obviously, if that happens, then we have the Army and emergency disaster plans kick into place, and we'll have aircraft coming in to drop food or deliver basic essentials such as bread and milk. We've seen that before for various places.
Definitely, yep.
That's it for us from now. We will continue to update Facebook, HSC app, HSC members, email alerts, push notifications and Facebook alerts, and we'll try and get as much information out there as possible. We can't physically answer every question. We're running on low sleep now, and looks like we've got 3 days of no sleep. So we can't answer everyone's questions. You need to just help each other. Don't rely on us to sit there and go through thousands of questions trying to give you the answer. If you get in there and help each other, someone might know the questions to some of the answers and be able to help each other out. Mates helping mates in a time of need during a very serious situation, guys. There is no chance this thing will head down the coast and away. All computer data indicates it will smash into the Queensland coast. Somewhere at this stage between Mackay and Townsville. May come further south. Depending on this high pressure ridge building to the south, how far south it will come. As soon as this interacts with it and pushes it west, we'll get a better idea of the track. At the moment, it's still heading south. So that places areas further south now, like Mackay, under threat. Originally, it was further north, Cairns to Townsville. So you can see how each day something changes. They are predictable to a degree, but they can also do some little funny things towards the end. All right? But at this stage, we don't expect it to move away from the Queensland coast. We do expect it to impact. All right, guys, stay safe. We might do another video update this afternoon or tonight.
Yep.
And we'll run through some more things again to get the information out. We'll do some live updates and obviously another one tomorrow morning.
Definitely, yep.
Repeating all of what we just have again. And then, yeah. All right, stay safe, guys. And don't forget to head over to the Bureau of Meteorology and have a look at their track maps as well. Very important. And keep an eye on all your disaster management sites. Local councils will be posting a lot of information out. There'll be disaster management meetings held today, no doubt, across the Queensland government and in coming days. And they will do public releases and issues advising people of where to go, what to do. And then as the threat increases and gets closer, then they'll open evacuation centres for those in need to seek shelter if they don't feel comfortable in their own homes. All right, stay safe, guys, and see you on the next update.